Okay, this is information you need, all one word. And I'm just doing a lot of rants today. And I have a lot of questions. I'm just going to kind of randomly just say them. If you know the answer, you can leave them, leave a comment, and I would really very much appreciate it. A lot of times I have questions and I ask God questions, and he usually gets back to me. So I'm hoping that he's, going to answer these for me, because a lot of these questions only God can answer. Okay, so I just want to know, God or anyone, why is it that people who are sellouts, who live in mansions, who are wealthy, mainly most of them are satanic sellouts, people who don't worship or love Jesus? Why is that? Now, why wouldn't Jesus give his people the resources and the assets to be able to gain more souls for heaven? I don't get that. Is it that he wants to show us that we can do like better than them with limited resources? Because I know even in the Bible, a lot of the Israelites, they won really big wars, with a little bit of people. Not, they didn't have the big armies as their enemies, and they didn't have the weapons and stuff, but yet they would still prevail. And I'm wondering, is that like where God's going with this? Because he wants to illustrate that with him and, through him, we can do all things, even without the resources that the devil gives his people. And then I also know that there's some Bible verses and that talk about how the wealth will transfer over to God's people, and that there would come a time where the wicked would build up the wealth, and that God was just kind of letting them build it up and guard it so that they could just transfer it over to the Christians. And I'm kind of seeing that transfer over. We're seeing it before our eyes. It's slowly, but it's surely coming. And I can see that that a lot of wealthy people are losing money, and their businesses are going flop. I see them struggling and doing things that they normally wouldn't do if had they not been in dire straits. I'm seeing signs, that there is some kind of transfer going on. I know they're fighting it. I know that it's hard when you've been in control of something for so long. It's a long process, to work through it. And so I'm sure it's been pretty difficult, but we can see it manifesting. I can see there's a lot of loopholes in businesses that just didn't consider, long-term big prospects and the big picture of things, and that's going to be, their basically the death of their business, the end. It's kind of almost like a suicide, where they didn't research, they didn't look into, like, what about when people want to be, doing sustainable business? What about when people want to try to do things more, ergonomically or economically? When people want to, use less toxins and go organic, and when people are just starting to, barter and do things not the traditional ways that we've always done them. A lot of these businesses haven't prepared for that, and they've got so much invested in the wrong way of running and manufacturing things, That they don't want to turn around. They don't want to rebuild or take down and restart, or you know, it's too difficult. It's just too much work for them to sit down and communicate with all these big, huge structures of all these people, and try to, teach them a new way when they've been doing this old wrong way for so long. And I mean, these people will run themselves basically